or whatever, you still not a fucking Jew or a Hebrew. So no disrespect. I see Kanye, you know, he's speaking on George Soros. That's cool, but he's saying that we're Jews and we're not Jews and Hebrews. You're not a Jew. You're not a Hebrew. I'm going to say it one more time. You're not a Jew. You're not a Hebrew. Leave the monotheistic religions for those who you call Caucasians. Arabs are genetically classified as Caucasians. The Torah, the Bible, and the Quran, whether you agree with it or not, is for all of those people. Spaniards, Christopher Columbus was originally a Caucasian. The first slave plantation was in the Dominican Republic. It was called the DR. That was actually where he first landed. America is named after Amerigo Vespucci. So I said to say this: you don't see Spanish people or none of them running around saying they Jews, and I hope they not, even though they saying they average. So why do you see black people doing it? Because you're just copying shit. You have to stop copying. You can't copy what other people are doing. Let the Catholics and the Christians and the Arabs and all of them do what they do, and we do what we do. We should be following in the ways and the likeliness of Egypt through Atonism. We should not be out here doing no Haitian shit, because even the Haitians got their gods from the Catholic deities. I already did a whole lecture on that. So I say that to say this, as I'm just spewing as much information as I can before I go do reality TV, because no disrespect, I'm not arguing with y'all niggas when I get on reality TV. I'm not. 90% of black organizations are copying off somebody that's not black, but then you're attacking them for saying that they copying you. It's like when people say you're being a culture vulture, but in reality, you're the culture vulture. In reality, you know what I'm saying? It's like a Greek.
Well, that's a lot of people. They'll blame you for what they are. They show you'll know them by their fruits. You know, people expose themselves because they try to say what other people are, what they're actually doing themselves.
Exactly. And that's actually a form of witchcraft. Accuse the other person of what you're really doing. And it's like, listen, y'all, I don't want to hear it. You're not Jews, you're not Hebrews. The 12 tribes are actually the constellations. Jesus is actually the sun. Jesus is the combination of Heru and Zeus. Is the combination of Egyptian and Nordic mythology. Jesus comes from goddamn Osiris, which is the combination of Osiris and Serapis. The first church was, I believe, the temple of Dendora, if I'm not mistaken. Like, even the communion comes from the ritual of Eucharist, which comes from, once again, the Ptolemies. And Ptolemy was a reptilian worshiper. So it's like, listen, y'all don't know true history. And I'm sad to say it, but it seems like today, everybody but Black Americans know history but Black Americans. So let me tell y'all, as a person born and raised in Black America, no disrespect, a lot of y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. And y'all just ruining the political world, and you ruining the court system, and you ruining the communities as a whole, because y'all going outside and starting fights with people and arguments with people over shit you don't know what the fuck you talking about. So I'm going to agree against Black Lives Matter. I'm going to agree against George Soros, but I'm not going to agree against all Jews, because my jeweler is a Jew. And if you put a Black Hebrew in front of me and you put my jeweler in front of me, I'm going to say that my jeweler is a Jew. My Black Hebrew friend is not a Jew. How are you a Jew? How are you a Jew? It's unexplainable. How are you a Jew? You're not a Jew. You're not from the 12 tribes of nothing. And most people today I'm gonna pass the mic here. You're customizing your belief system. You got it's like you making a fruit smoothie out of religion. You got apples, oranges, and all kind of shit. You got Jew in here, Hebrew in here, Moor in here, a little Buddha in here, some Hindu in here, some Christian in here, and then you presenting it as this. That it don't work like that. Either you is or you ain't. So when we talk about the founding fathers, you know what I'm saying? As I was finna go in, even on sororities and fraternities, they're Greek. You know what I'm saying? You're not Greek. Like, how dumb do you look? That's like, I'm Black, right? Imagine me going to George Bush and joining Skull and Bones. Even if they would let me, imagine how out of place I would look. You know what I'm saying? Imagine me going to New York and becoming a damn Patia or a Trinitario, one of the Spanish gang members. Shout out to, and I know some of them. Even if they would let me, imagine how out of place I would look. So the point is, imagine how out of place Black people look, talking about you an Alpha Kappa Sigma, but you're not a Greek. You're not a Greek, but then you mad at the white man for whatever reason, but you still in his shit. All of the HBCUs were founded by white Freemasons. Howard, Hampton, those are white men. That's not true. So it's like, black people, if y'all not listening to me, and this is your brother, I'm your brother, I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm the one nobody never wanted to listen to, but I'm the one everybody always been able to trust. I ain't never robbed nobody. I ain't never set nobody up. I ain't never snaked nobody. I ain't try to fuck with my man girl. I ain't never been grimy. I just always been like a living librarian. So I'm asking y'all one last time, if y'all not listening to me as far as spiritual and historical guidance goes, you gonna remain lost. And I say that, to pass it back to this gentleman here on the